Hello, my name is Dr. Ben Bernstein. I'm a performance psychologist, which means that for the last 40 years, my work has been focused on how stress affects human performance. I work with CEOs, managers, Olympic athletes, dentists, doctors, attorneys, and many people who take tests. Today, I'd like to share with you some information about how stress affects your brain. The brain controls the body. And when we are experiencing stress, what gets turned on is the fight or flight mechanism. Means that we're experiencing some kind of fear. And the sympathetic nervous system gets ramped up, and particularly the part of the brain called the amygdala. Cortisol, the stress hormone, gets released and elevated, and it affects your digestion, your sleeping, your immune system, and your blood pressure. When one part of the brain is engaged in a chronic way, other parts are not getting enough energy. Let's look at the 6 specific ways that stress affects the brain. Chronic stress can affect the brain in several ways. The first is that it can impair your memory. When you're in fight or flight mode and your sympathetic nervous system is turned on and stays on, you're in survival mode. You're not in memory mode. The second way that chronic stress can affect your brain is it can actually change your brain structure because of an imbalance between the white matter and the gray matter. The third way is that you can become susceptible to mental illness because chronic stress can negatively affect the hippocampal function. And the hippocampus is involved in memory, in consolidation, memory transfer, spatial memory, all the things in which we're oriented to the world. When this gets disturbed, our concept of ourselves and of our connections with other people can be quite disturbed. The next way is that chronic stress can actually kill brain cells. What that means is that the brain cells that in the hippocampus particularly can only last about a week when you're under chronic stress. Next is that stress actually shrinks the brain. And what that means is that chronic stress in otherwise healthy individuals can actually cause areas of the brain associated with emotions, metabolism, and memory to shrink. And this means that people who are under constant stress will actually have a harder time to deal with future stress. These are the 6 ways that we know that chronic stress can affect your brain. Now that we've looked at the ways that stress can affect the brain, I want to assure you that there are scientifically driven tools to reduce your stress to keep it at an optimal level. That's what my work is all about. I look forward to sharing more of it with you here on LinkedIn. Thank you.